Heat checker.
Cunningham.
Get her the ball. Get her the ball. One more time. Cross. A logo again.
Long
Oh, no. Whoa.
She's back.
Oh my
Most
God!
dynamic
This isn't real.
player in the game.
What?
9 points in 38 seconds for
No.
Caitlin. She hit all 3 threes.
And not only 9,
What's
it's
even
30, but
going
look
on?
at the depth
I
on
don't
these
know. I'm
field
living
goal
in it.
attempts. She's
This is-
certainly feeling
Oh
it.
my God.
Left side.
I'm
Right
speechless.
side. Now
No.
come back to your favorite spot
Oh,
again. It doesn't
no.
matter if there's a hand.
What
in
am
her
I
face.
watching?
The defending champions were undefeated. Nobody had figured out how to crack their code. The New York Liberty looked unstoppable, rolling through teams like they weren't even there. Then Caitlin Clark came back from injury on June 14th. What happened next wasn't just a win. It was a complete demolition that broke 8 records in one night. The Liberty's perfect season gone. Their confidence shattered. But here's what nobody saw coming. The way the Fever turned this into a blueprint for championship basketball. If you're hyped up for Caitlin's return, then comment CC Record Breaker down below. Let's go.
Caitlin pulls left wing, the right wing, 30-plus feet. Logo crosses over. Watch it. Oh, my goodness. She is back.
Back in the lineup. I'm ready to go.
I think you're just excited more than anything. It gets kind of difficult when you prepare for a game. Obviously, when I'm on the bench, still knowing the scout, knowing everything that the other team's going to do, and still trying to mentally prepare and go through everything like I'm going to play, even though I knew I wasn't going to play. So, doing that, but also knowing I was going to be able to be active today, I think gives you a little extra juice. So I'm certainly excited just to get back out there, get playing, and really good opportunity for us at home here, coming off of a loss. So it's a big game.
Picture this. The defending champions rolling through every team like they're playing against high schoolers. The New York Liberty came into June with a perfect 9-win, 0-loss record. They were the only undefeated team left in the WNBA. Every single game was a statement. Every victory made them look more unstoppable. The Liberty weren't just winning games. They were destroying teams with a suffocating defense that nobody could crack. Teams would walk into the arena thinking they had a chance. 2 hours later, they'd leave the court looking confused and beaten down. The Liberty's defense was like a brick wall that kept getting taller every game.
You played the Liberty. There was obviously a frustrating ending. What lessons can you take from that experience, and how can that be applied to this, even though I know obviously Liberty look a little different with 2 starters out?
Yeah, I mean, I think certainly you take time and score situations, different versions of handling runs, offensively, defensively. Margin for error is small against a team like New York. And every play matters. Every time we send them to the free throw line matters. Every rebound matters. We can't afford to have empty possessions on the offensive end of the floor. You've got to play your A game.
If anyone could compete with them, Stewart would score from anywhere on the court. UNESCO would hit impossible shots and make passes that shouldn't exist. Jones defended the inside and made other centers look like kids.
So I think we continue to learn lessons from the first time we played them and from our last game against Atlanta, every single day that we move forward. I think they're a different team. Certainly we're going to be a different team having C and Sophie back on the floor. We're going to tip the ball up and go out, and we're going to give it everything that we have.
The numbers tell the whole story. They were averaging blowout wins and making star players look ordinary. Their margin of victory wasn't just impressive. It was scary. Teams would come in ranked high in the league and get blown out by 20 points. Even the best players in the WNBA looked like they were playing a different sport when they faced New York. Even basketball analysts were starting to wonder if anyone could challenge them this season. Sports shows were talking about how long the streak could last. Writers were already planning articles. The conversation wasn't about who could beat them. It was about whether anyone even had a chance.
Welcome to ESPN's coverage of the WNBA. The defending champion and unbeaten New York Liberty coming to town for the second time this year as we get ready for this game. And yes, she is back. Caitlin Clark will indeed be playing today. Missed the last 5 games with a strained quad, taking on the Liberty off to their best start ever. Sabrina Ionescu and company. in this big Commissioner's Cup game as well. And as usual, all the seats are filled here.
Then the Fever got their chance, but they needed something special to happen. Indiana was coming off injuries and lineup changes. They hadn't looked like a championship team yet. Most people expected another Liberty blowout victory, but there's one thing New York never saw coming: the return of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, we have an opportunity in front of us right now. I feel like this is like we're starting a new season. You guys, I'm so proud of how resilient we've been up until this point. We're going to continue to have to be. But right now, we have an opportunity to continue to take a step forward. Okay, this can be a springboard for us, right? We're marrying energy and effort with execution. Every single possession matters. Hit singles. Hit singles. Make the easy play. All right? Make one another better. Okay? It's our time. It's our time. Let's go. Here we go. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
And Cunningham is down behind the play, but they've got Keitel Clark to fire away from two players with incredible up ball from Cunningham. Clark, another long three. She's back. The Liberty defense was ready for her. They had studied every move, every tendency. They knew Clark would come out firing. They had watched film of her shooting from impossible distances. They thought they were prepared for what she could do. They weren't even close. But then Clark did something that nobody saw coming. 3 consecutive three-pointers from distances that made defenders look helpless. The first shot came from 34 foot out. Most players wouldn't even think about taking that shot. Clark pulled up like it was a free throw. Nothing but net. The second shot was from 31 feet, same result. The third shot was also from 31 foot out. By this point, the Liberty defenders were just watching in amazement.
And Cunningham is down behind the play, but they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from two players with incredible up. Ball from Cunningham. Clark, another long three. She's back.
The crowd at Gamebridge Fieldhouse went absolutely insane as each shot found nothing but net. Fans were jumping out of their seats. The noise level was incredible. You could feel the energy building with every shot Clark made. The arena was shaking with excitement. 9 points in 38 seconds. That's not just fast scoring. That's rewriting what's possible in professional basketball. Think about that for a second. Most players are happy to score 9 points in an entire quarter. Clark did it in less than a minute. She became the first player in WNBA history to achieve this exact feat.
Rebound, Fever. Cunningham got knocked to the floor. Caitlin pulls left wing, buries it. She is back. 24-18, Fever down. Caitlin now from the right wing, 30-plus feet. Good again. No one else but Caitlin Clark. Sedatis, handoff. Caitlin from the logo, crosses over, launch it. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding?
The most dynamic player in the game. 9 points in 38 seconds for Caitlin. She hit all 3 threes.
And not only 9 in 30, but look at the depth on these field goal attempts. She's certainly feeling it.
No, even Breanna Stewart couldn't help but smile, because what she was watching was pure basketball artistry. Stewart is one of the best players in the world. She's seen everything the game has to offer, but even she had to appreciate what Clark was doing out there. This was basketball at its highest level. Music, the Liberty called a timeout, but it was already too late. Clark had already broken their mental game. You could see it in their body language. The confidence they had built over 9 straight wins was starting to crack. They came into this game expecting another easy victory. Instead, they were watching Clark rewrite the record books. This wasn't luck or a hot streak. This was a superstar announcing her return in the most dominant way possible. The Liberty had an 11-point lead in the first quarter. After Clark's 38-second explosion, the game was tied at 24. She had single-handedly erased their entire advantage and shifted the momentum completely. Here's where it gets really incredible. Clark didn't just have a good game. She rewrote the record books. By halftime, Clark had already scored 25 points, the most she'd ever put up in a single half. This wasn't just a hot shooting night. This was Clark announcing that her 5-game absence from the quad injury was officially over.
And Cunningham is
Caitlin
down
from the
behind
logo.
the play.
Oh my God!
But they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from three. Cunningham just now getting up as she stayed down near the free throw line on the other end.
Oh! Okay,
Just
why
coming
did
back
you
my
take that?
gosh.
An ankle
Oh
injury,
my
and then
God!
Johannes
And of course, Marine Johannes
two
countered
players
not
Marine.
for the logo, but this is why I
Caitlin
love
from the
the
logo
NBA.
again! We got a shootout! We got a shootout!
Oh my
Again!
God! No!
But the records were just getting started, and each quarter brought new milestones. Clark hit 7 3-pointers during the game, a career high that left Liberty defenders scrambling to find answers. Every time they thought they had her figured out, she'd pull up from another impossible distance and drain another shot. The Liberty coaching staff kept calling timeouts, but nothing could cool her down.
To get it inside to Mitchell. Those two have such a great connection.
Rebound, battled for. Clark comes away with it. Caitlin, outlet to Aaliyah, in stride, right post, and she fakes it in. It's a dime from CC to AB. And that does it for a scintillating first 20 minutes at Cambridge Fieldhouse. It's the Fever 53 and the Liberty 50.
Then came the moment that put her above WNBA legend Candace Parker. Clark finished with 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. This became her third career game with 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Parker, a 2-time MVP and 7-time All-Star, only has 2 such games in her first 2 seasons. Clark just passed one of the greatest players in WNBA history. She became the 4th fastest player in WNBA history to reach 850 career points, doing it in just 45 games. Cynthia Koopdijk needed 38 games. Simone Augustus did it in 39 games. That's the company Clark now keeps. The absolute elite scorers in league history. Hey, don't the combination of 30 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and 7 3-pointers made her the only player in WNBA history to achieve this exact stat line. Nobody has ever put up these numbers in a single game. Not Subbird, not Diana Taurasi, not Maya Moore, nobody. Clark became the first person to ever reach this combination of stats. She moved to second place for most games with 50-plus points scored or assisted on with 9. Such games in just 45 games. Diana Taurasi leads this category with 10 games, but she needed 565 games to get there. Clark is doing it at a pace that's absolutely incredible. She's tracking to pass Torres's record before the end of the season.
I don't know if you guys have seen or heard, but Caitlin Clark is, in fact, back.
Caitlin Clark! Then steps back with the 3 over Brianna Stewart.
Clark now holds the record for most 30-point, 5 rebound, 5 assist games in a player's first 2 seasons, surpassing Candace Parker. This wasn't just a great performance against the defending champions. This was Clark cementing her place among the all-time greats in record time. She's rewriting what's possible for a young player in this league. But here's what made this win truly special. It wasn't just a Caitlin Clark show. While Clark was breaking records, her teammates were having career-defining performances of their own. The question was whether the supporting cast could match Clark's energy and execution. They answered that question in the most perfect way possible.
The New York Liberty came out and threw the first punch in this quarter. For the Liberty to make this a single-digit game has been impressive here.
I think the way we responded when they went on that run in the third quarter, like we had to figure out how to play through it and go on a run of our own. And in the past, like that's kind of where we would crumble. That's exactly where we crumbled. But today we really stuck together. We went on our own run.
Mitchell trying to blow by. Everybody does and gets the foul.
Bounce pass, right wing hole, wide open 3. Of course. Clark to hole. Open lane. And she scores off the glass.
Caitlin challenged Sabali and won it.
Lexi Hall stepped up with career highs across every statistical category: points, rebounds, assists, steals, and shooting percentages. Hall has been quietly having the best season of her career. She leads the entire league in three-point percentage while setting personal bests in every major category. Her shooting from beyond the arc creates space for Clark and opens up the entire offense. When Hull catches fire from three-point range, the Fever become impossible to guard. Aaliyah Boston became the only center in the league, averaging 1 assist per game, showing her unique playmaking ability. Boston isn't just a traditional center who scores in the paint. She can pass the ball like a point guard. She sees plays develop before they happen. Her ability to facilitate from the center position makes the Fever's offense completely different from every other team in the league.
Clark nails it. A 17-0 run. Caitlin Clark now with 7 threes on the afternoon.
I thought Sid was fantastic today. She makes 2 huge threes for us in the second half. Soph was fantastic.
Final score, Fever 102, Liberty 88. And Caitlin Clark's return. Indiana fans elated and amazed. The Fever are the first team to defeat the Liberty in 2025.
Kelsey Mitchell added 22 points with clutch shots that kept the Liberty from making any comeback runs. Mitchell hit big shots in the fourth quarter when the Liberty tried to make their move. Every time New York cut the lead, Mitchell would answer with a three-pointer or a driving layup. Her scoring ability takes pressure off Clark and gives the Fever multiple offensive weapons.
Found Boston perfectly. Boston being very physical with Sabali. Count it. Fake left, drive right, make it all look so easy. Blocked by Boston.
Sydney Carlson provided crucial support off the bench with 10 points and 6 assists. She came in during important moments and never looked out of place. Her steady play kept the momentum going when the starters needed a break. Carlson's contributions show how deep this Fever roster really is.
It is shocking to see Kennedy Burke miss 1 3 this season. She's leading the league at over 60%, but to see her miss a couple.
Count it. As Mitchell celebrates from the floor.
Mitchell is simply such a great cutter, and this time going again from the right side to the middle of the floor. Colson head up, finds her, drops the pass. What a tough finish as well.
Carlson playing point with Caitlin now on the bench. Backdoor feed. Mitchell scored it and won. The ball movement was crisp. The defense was suffocating, and every player knew exactly what their role was. The Fever forced the Liberty to play at their pace. They disrupted New York's pick-and-roll offense with smart defensive adjustments. They took away the mismatches that the Liberty normally create. This was the blueprint for championship basketball. Stars being stars while role players elevate their games. Stephanie White emphasized the importance of the team's resilience, stating, "This group is a stay together. They encourage one another. They draw strength from one another." This team-first mentality created a winning formula that was on full display. When everyone fires on all cylinders like this, the Fever transformed from a good team into a championship contender. The chemistry was obvious. The execution was perfect. The confidence was through the roof. Good job. No, good job. Squad needed it. Played Fever way. I love it. More of them. This wasn't just a win. This was the Fever showing the entire WNBA that they figure out the championship formula. Clark breaking 8 records while her teammates reached career highs created something special. The Liberty's perfect season is over. But more importantly, the Fever just proved they can beat anyone when they play their brand of basketball.